I studied sustainable economics, and I finished. I also got a little bit passionate about associative economy, about the question of how we can bring producers, farmers back in relation to the consumers, to the people that are actually consuming the products that are produced on the farm. And therefore, I got also introduced to SECAM, and I got inspired by SECAM as a prototype of associative economy. SECAM is, some of you might have seen the video of John. It's actually also a part of the ecosystem restoration camps. It was founded, it's a community. It was founded almost 50 years ago by Ibrahim Abouleish, a community in the middle of the desert, with the inspiration, with the vision of creating a community that is based on sustainable development, starting with a biodynamic, regenerative agriculture. And out of this intention, there are many companies that were founded to process these agriculture products into medicine, into cotton, textile products, into food and fiber products. So these companies are, of course, one part of the economic life, but SECAM is also all about social, cultural, and environmental impact, which is the SECAM vision that we see here. So after Ibrahim Abouleish, the visionary of SECAM, passed away in 2017, the SECAM community came together and said, we need to work on a vision for the next 40 years, for 2057. So since the 4 dimensions are the very basis of the SECAM initiative, the social, cultural, ecological, and economical life, these vision goals were developed also among these 4 dimensions. And each year, starting from 2017, SECAM is focusing on one of these vision goals. And when I came to Egypt in 2019, we had the vision goal economy of love as one of the focus topics. So we were very much researching and checking how we can create a vehicle that enables other organizations, other companies and farms to apply these very holistic principles that SECAM has integrated in its farms and companies, and a vehicle that would enable other organizations to apply these values. So we created the Economy of Love standard, a standard that also is based on these 4 dimensions, interconnected with each other. And of course, typical for a standard, we have standard criteria that enables or that ensures that organizations and farms are complying to a certain standard. But talking about transparency and about associative economy, this Economy of Love initiative also focuses on bringing back together the relation between the farmers and the consumers, and as well the other people working in the Economy of Love supply chain. So we created a tracing tool called Impact Trace, where people are able to trace back the impact, starting with a video of the producers, of the farmers, and some insights into the companies that are involved in the value chain, as well as a calculation of the true cost accounting and the carbon footprint, the water footprint, and many more stories. In order to, of course, also support farmers in their transition from conventional towards biodynamic, organic, regenerative practices, it needs some initial funding. So we created Economy of Love Fund, where we support farmers in the first investment in trees, compost, renewable energy, training, as well as animal husbandry. And of course, one of the very important pillars is the education system. So we have set up a digital and also one-to-one offline training system. We currently have 120 full-time field consultants that are visiting the farmers on a weekly basis to ensure they are trained well. And one of the pillars that is quite essential for our scaling strategy is the carbon credits, or what we call it as well, the ecosystem services. So as we compare conventional to conventional and organic or regenerative farms, we see that biodynamic and organic farms are contributing a lot to sequester CO2 into soil and biomass of trees. And also by producing compost, we are able to avoid methane emissions. And we support the farmers as well in installing renewable energy instead of the diesel pumps that most of the farmers in Egypt uses. So we see that actually agriculture is part of the solution, or it is the solution, as we call also our farmers climate heroes, because for us, they are really contributing a big part to climate change mitigation. As we see, conventional agriculture here in Egypt is emitting around 5 tons of CO2 per acre per year, whereas a regenerative biodynamic farm has the potential to sequester and avoid 5 to 10 tons, depending on the practices applied in the field, of course. But we see that this has sparked some attention on international level, because we are working with a lot of smallholder farmers these days. So we got the Golden Kian Prize for Humanity last year, and this year the United Nations Champions of the Earth. And we, of course, are very happy to connect to all of you on the later stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Justus. It's really inspiring to see how these lived principles of innovation started the first 40 years really in a small place, in a small community, have been refined many times over. And then now in the second 40 years, or in the first decade of the second phase, how significantly it can grow in a really short amount of time, just a few years.